Pam, 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 pam. Hi. Good morning. Thank you for joining, or for you to be joining soon. So today we're doing a request from one of the viewer here, and this is going to be a cardinal. So I switched to my 05. Well, did I switch? Do I want to do 09? I think I want to do 09. Okay. So I start always with the HB. Softness of the graphite. This is what we're looking at. Let me pin the product that I'm using. There it is. They have a discount right now, 50% off. Anyhow, so this say 09, this is 05, this is the radius of the tip. And I started with 05, that is very soft. And now I'm gonna start working a little bit more with my 09. So it's not supposed to be softer, but I feel that it is. So this area is going to be black. But right now I created some outline and it's not going to have outline, so I'm going to erase it. So this is going to be kind of fuzzy. We're going to do a lot of, what do you call it? Feather effect. Okay, so fuzzing in up. And now even in the dark, there are areas that are darker, that are lighter. This, I want to get a little bit more color in my reference. And maybe a little bit less contrast. I think I need the contrast here. Okay. So we're still waiting for more people to show up. And cardinals, great for a Christmas card. However, art like this I wouldn't do for a Christmas card. For the card, I do something that is fast, doing either like very detailed botanical or scientific illustration is not something that you just want to put on a card that people just toss. So card, I do more stuff like this that I showed you. We did few tutorials of stuff like this. Even this or that. And let me know if you want me to do another tutorial of Christmas tree. It's just that not a lot of people talk or request during the live, which means that the one that do request getting priority. So I just want to get the shape, because this cardinal you have to do in color. There is no point of doing cardinals black and white. But I want to get the shape of the feathers, the flying feathers going to different direction. A very quiet day today. I don't know how many lives I would still do before my vacation. So I would try to squeeze at least one more. So if you have a request, this would be the time. And good morning. Say hi, give a like. Thank you very much for joining. So there are different type of feathers. This would be true to any birds. I don't know what is the technical scientific word for that, but I know that it has different texture. So you get a lot of fuzz those feathers over here. The feather over here also are more fuzzy, and the feathers of the flying feather, the tail feathers. Hi Dory, my dog came to say hello. Those are much more defined, have much more structure. Okay, right now I'm painting with one hand because my dog insisted I would scratch her head. I mean, I always paint with one hand, but I'm leaning on the other one. Dory, you want to say hello? So I'm here every morning, 6 a.m. weekdays, California time. I don't know if I'll go live during Christmas because it's a kind of weekday, but not really. So we'll see, no promise. We're gonna play it by ear. Now, my reference photo, the bark, the twig over here is very, very much like the texture of his leg. So it's gonna be confusing a little bit for me to figure out which is which. Let's do this. We're gonna go all the way. Here I want to do a little bit of snow. We're gonna have a little bit of snow here. Because this is the part that I love most about cardinals, that when you see them, when everything is so snowy, it's just amazing. So I'm just gonna get a little bit more details on the bark that he's standing on, but the rest I'm gonna make very blurry. It's very important to edit. Many artists like to put everything in the kitchen sink. Thank you for the follow, Crazy Bird Lady. Oh, that sounds appropriate. So many artists like to do, like, they start doing details and they do more details and more details and more details. The idea with art is giving your point of view. Your point of view requires to have some focal point. What are you painting? And especially when you do, it's either, I call it character if I have an animal in it. You wanna add it. You wanna make sure that this would be the focal point. So this would get the most detailed. I might add the bark because it makes sense. But if I would start to have a lot of details, realistic details at the background, I'm gonna lose my focal point. And you want, hey Sugar, just for you, right? You love birds, I know. Do you have cardinals next to you? A cardinal, yeah. I know you have a lot of squirrels and deers. Oh dear. So good morning. Thank you for everyone that joined. Yeah, edit. You try to feed the squirrel. How cold is it? Because for us, what do we have right now? We're gonna have 65. Yesterday we had 70. I was hot, like tank top weather because the sun was very strong. But in the night it's getting very cold. As I said, right now 52, which was 47. Oh, this is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful gift for you. Who gifted to you? This is like a perfect 28 degrees. Yeah, I remember the 28 degrees. I remember. My mom came to visit, and she liked to she jog a lot. Like she's Ironman, Iron person. She did few Ironmans and ultramarathon stuff like this. So she came to visit when we used to live in Illinois, and she went running without drying her hair completely, she came back and her curls were stick, like icicles. Like I'm doing the curl movement. You have 2 huge bags of birdseed now. That's great. Like someone needs really to know you in order to give you something like this. So she came like literally frozen, and the water bottle that she took with her, the lid got frozen. She couldn't open it. Yeah, this is what happened when you run outside, jog outside in Illinois, Champaign, Illinois. Frozen hair, yeah. So yeah, I'm still using 09, okay? We started with 05. This is the radius of the graphite. I still stay with the HB, still didn't shift to the softer B2, B6, etc. Because I think that I'm not gonna go softer, because it's gonna be mostly about the color. It's cardinals. It's mostly about the colors. You got Ford watercolor sketchbook. Oh, that. That's a good one. You got good deal. Sugar, you should start to collaborate with some companies. You have enough talent and lure to do that. Sorry. You did tutorial at your live or at home? Yesterday was the last light of Hanukkah. We didn't do much this year. I'm kind of disappointed. I didn't even have latke this year. Okay, larches would come from this point. This would be darker. At your live stream, how did it went? I'm sure it went great. What did you focus on? Boker Tov. Oh, Paula, I'm happy you're here. Do you recognize this bird, Paula? People, of course, they like it. I'm sure your portrait, you're perfect. Yeah, so every now and then I take requests from you guys during the live, and Paula asked for a cardinal tutorial, and there we go. So it's already drawn, but there is not too much. I feel like there is not too much of like drawing done. It's just the details, because I mean, bird, what do you have? You have the head. You want to make sure that you understand, even though it's all going to be red. You want to make sure you understand. It's like almost like when you have a Barbie, and this is the way that the hair tilts. It's going to tilt on the spot. I'm trying to see if I have any doll that I can show you, but I don't. Thank you for the follow. You love Barbie. But think about, okay, so every time you draw a bird, think about the Barbie and the way that you twist the head. So even though it's look like a one piece, it's actually, there is here the head is tilting. So I'm very softly blending a little bit of graphite on those lines, so I would be able to do that. Thank you for the follow. Yeah. Good morning, Arthur. Do I have, like, maybe I'll try to do it in a sketchbook. Okay, so we have a sketchbook. This is what we worked until now. Okay. So all of those are ideas. Oh, sorry. Well, I'm out of the frame. Okay. So again, all of these were ideas to do cards. So I just do it in my sketchbook. Sketchy. Let's see. So I usually start with, am I with 0.5? Yes. Go with the big. There is just not too much of drawing. Go with this. Okay, go for the shape, the recognizable shape first. I'm gonna have I'm not gonna do full painting. I'm just wanna show you that we're talking about like basic shape, and then more like this, more like this. This is smaller. This need to go like this. I feel like it's not cardinalish. And then the body goes like this. We say that this is gonna go like that. Okay, this is like the tilting, so this goes like this goes like that. Then just basic shape, and you keep correcting it. Okay, doing a quick sketch just to show you how to do that. Yeah, of course I'm using reference. I can do Stitch with no reference. I can do Eeyore with no reference. A bird that I never painted before. No, I can't do it without a reference. Okay, so this I'm coming outside. And now we're doing okay, I'm gonna do the details later. And we have one over here, one over here. No, there is no way. As I said, there are stuff that you can do without reference because you draw it many times. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a botanical drawing. No flowers, no animals with no reference. I don't paint each and every. Okay, so this is the idea. Now you just fix a few of the shape because I feel that you need to go chubbier. This need to go down larger. I'm gonna go fixing it. This need to go larger. Sometimes I get it from the get-go. Sometimes it's need a few. Okay. I'm terrible like this. As I said, I don't know if I want to say do as I say, not as I do, but this is what I do. This is how I start because everything is building from that. Other would start with like the big shape. I'm not. Yeah, Paula has a very, very distinct style of watercolor. Almost like a print, right? Like a pattern of doing prints. And you love cat and potatoes? Oh, potato cat. Oh my God, potato cat. I saw you did this soft watercolor face. I saw this morning, but potato cat like to be here quietly. Yeah, he said that he liked to lurk, so I don't want to interrupt him. Lurk away. And yeah, people, feel free to lurk. I mean, it's nice that you're commenting because then I can accommodate requests, but even if not, lurking is encouraged here. I think that this type of live, you just want to watch, or at least a few people are. Really? Sugar, you having the worst time. Okay, so I'm getting a little bit. Anyway, but I still love his art. Oh yeah, and we don't like drama, right? We don't. But yeah, my point was that I feel that a lot of people that watch art just here to watch it, and the algorithm is really, really, really encouraging you to, or encouraging me to force you almost to keep commenting or, you know, interact, whatever interaction. And I have a lot of people that are here for 10, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. They just want to watch. So, hey, TikTok, let those people watch. Oh, thank you so much for the heart, me. Appreciate that. And you're still more than welcome to just lurk. We're not going to bother you. Yeah, so I don't know if I have enough details. It's just that it's going to be red on red on red on red. And I want to make sure that I have the shape right because it's going to disappear. But what do you think? I can start doing. Thank you, when judge something. When no, it's not fair to ask me to pronounce it. To my defense, I would say that most people can pronounce my name. So hey, back at you. I got it. Okay, so guys, do we want to stop with the sketching? I think it was enough. I showed you how to use this. I showed you how to blend. You know what? Let's just do a little bit more blending. Just because I want to make sure that I show the light source before. So this is going to be a dark red, but I am going to mix it with my graphite. Pag, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Sugar, I'm sorry, but it's quiet here. It's quiet and safe. Yeah, it's gonna be the red mail. I didn't kick anyone out. I believe you, Sugar. It's just that yeah, it's like this is a safe place. Nobody is gonna attack anyone. So right, we're doing art here. So it's need to be a safe place for everyone, for you, for everyone that here. Okay, I'm gonna start working with. Oh, this is number 6. Where's my number 5? Let's start with number 5. Thank you, Wen. Good morning, Yoda. How are you doing? Okay, so if we start with this, let me get stuff away. So I hope this will sort out. I still have a little bit red on this. Let's do unpin for that. I'm debating if I'm gonna use those reds. No, I'm sorry. I feel that the art community are like is so small. Like there is so little people in the art community, and the people that watching that you keep seeing the same people in all of those art. I don't think so. I think I'm gonna go like full strong red, and then I would start to see if I can pin down. I'm trying to decide what I'm gonna pin to this live because I'm gonna use the grabby and the midan. So I'm gonna start with doing the part that I know that is like the darkest. I'm just starting. I'm not wetting my page. I'm not spraying my palette. You know, it's very different from Chinese paper. Very, very different. I keep saying there is no right or wrong, and I think that I definitely demonstrate it because I know for sure that I'm doing a lot of stuff that other artists don't. And for example, starting without any spraying or whatever, this is something that I do all the time. So what I'm doing right now is just adding more red to the area that I know that's gonna be very dark, or at least more bright or orange. You see, you confuse me. Red. Maybe I can use a little bit of that red as well. Yeah. And I'll just let it spread. Yeah, Chinese painting. The painting itself, it's almost like calligraphy. I used to be obsessed with it when I was a kid. How old was I? I think I was 8 when, you know, like they did art class history in my school. I think here we need a little bit of orange. And they introduced us, you know, there was just one lesson that was about Chinese watercolor, Chinese art by itself, and Chinese, Japanese as well. I was mesmerized. Yes. Wow. Thank you, Sugar. Wow, the roses. Yay. Thank you for the rose. I appreciate that. And Yoda, thank you for the heart. Me appreciate that as well. Thank you for being here, guys. You wanted the noise and you got it. Thank you. You know, it's like I'm jumping. Okay. I want to have a little bit of disappearing edges. Remember, we talked about having the lighters coming from here. Now, if I would leave the marks from the graphite, I can't erase it later on. Oh, wow, I got fast pop. Thank you. Sugar, you know that I'm going to thank you for everything, right? And let's get this as well, because I don't want to have strong colors, strong marks over here. So I'm starting with soft. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the love you so much, and the GG and the live. Remember when I used to do lives? SpongeBob. Remember that I used to do live that I used to paint, draw actually. Every gift I got, like wow, I wouldn't be able to keep up if I would do this live. Tiny, oh Yoda, thank you for the tiny Christmas. I appreciate for all the yeah, I appreciate you being here, and I hope your day is still good. And I know that you hate holidays, so at least Hanukkah is over. So happy first day after Hanukkah. We went yesterday to Knott's Berry Farm because we had tickets, and we had a friend that wanted to go. It was madness. Oh, Sugar, Yoda, thank you for the SpongeBob. I'm ready. I'm ready as well. Thank you for the coins. Thank you guys for being here, staying, just watching, supporting this. But busy, crazy. Hanukkah is the one holiday that you don't hate. I love Hanukkah. Well, I have all the holidays. Yeah, but it was busy, like not only the regular long line, it's just you couldn't get drinks, you couldn't get food, everything was like line after line after line. And we're going again Tuesday. I hope that because it's gonna bigger weekday, it's not gonna be busy, but since it's gonna rain really hard, So we're expecting to have like a strong rain here. So we're gonna have a wet Christmas instead of white Christmas. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Sugar. Let's just put whatever I'm using so you can see it. I don't know where is Bubbles. What Spoiler said. You went to Christmas music concert in San Antonio? San Antonio here? Yeah, you have to say who is it. Although I go all the time for like music concerts of like because I like the notes one. So I go all the time to like not really known bands, like very local. Texas, San Antonio. Of course you're in Texas. Come on. What did I thought? It was like, yeah, are you in vacation here? Paula, you did gift everything already, right? All the painting went to the rightful owners. And this is time to tell you guys that I do custom art. I don't have any more spot right now, but you can join the list for February. So yeah, okay, I'm working in segment because what happened is the moment that the watercolor dry, it's creating this like very thin line that would be the edge of the water. So it helped me to define the different parts. So even if this would be like very close color, which is gonna be, it's still gonna look different. Like we're gonna see that it's a different plane. All product gifted, yay. I hope they appreciate it because you really, really took the time to gift something that it's not ordinary. Oh, Sugar! Thank you for that. Oh, wow. Sugar, you should. Oh, you shouldn't give me only coins. Thank you, Paula. And thank you, Sugar, for all the TikTokish and the gifts and. Oh my. Thank you guys for supporting it. What paper am I using? I'm using, I think that's the Midden one. For this one, is it the Midden or just the one from Amazon? By the way, for the portraits, although I don't do it usually, this time I decided to use Archie because everyone, Archer, not Archie, because everybody was going like, oh my God, it's so amazing. Oh my God, this is the only paper. And I can tell you after I did all the portrait that I don't see any difference with getting the expensive Archer paper than getting the $20 for 2 in Amazon. Just saying. Yeah, I was just like kind of curious to see. And I did use it before, and again, I don't see a difference in the way that it holds up. Like, I don't know, with colors, 300, yeah, cold press, exactly. You won't have a noise again, Sugar, thank you. 300 cold press, exactly. And this is also 300 cold press. What else? Same size, same everything. Don't see any difference. And 100% cotton. It has to be 100% cotton because otherwise I do feel the difference with quality. But nothing like the way that it's held, but nothing exactly the same. So I would say that with colors, I like to use less expensive colors. I think that Grabby and Midan are like one of the few that are less expensive but still have a good balance of the amount of pigment it has. But I can see definitely you can see different between Winsor and Newton pigment and what else they have. Daniel Smith, for example, then those palettes. They are like super more expensive, but I see a difference. Like there is a value. With paper, I would say no. You didn't get for this I need to ask them to move it to December. They had it until, so this doesn't work anymore, right? The grab Eldor. So and the 20% off, it say that you just need to claim it. I try to do that. Bye, sugar. Because yeah, go do your thing, sugar. So I don't know, because I do see the $20 off. Really? And the $20, we know that it didn't work. I think that I can contact the company again and ask for them to extend the 10%, and I'll post something and I'll send it to you if you want. So this would be only 10%, but I think it's on top of their promo. Because right now they don't have 20% off. They don't have, but maybe other product. Let's see if they have discount on the other product. Still good. No, it just tell me that extra $20 off. Me too. Have you tried to claim it? I just don't know. As I said, because for the discount that I got directly from the company, that is specific for this live, like this one, I can ask them to redo it, to reapply it, whatever. For the discount that it's like the general TikTok shop, I have no one to talk to. It's like not up to me. Did you try randomly just adding more stuff to the cart to see if it's like needed, like a minimum purchase? I'm just trying to think what was the reason. Where is my good? I'm looking for my other orange, because this got a little bit more orange in it. Maybe I'll just add a little bit of yellow. I think that I want a little bit of yellow. Yeah, I'm using a little bit of more orange. Okay, I'm going up and down the palette. So more here it's more orange, here it's more purple, more red. And I'm removing a little bit of the colors, because over here we have a little bit of light shining, and here it's going to go darker. So this is, for me, it's just the color mapping. It's not really it's not details, it's not anything. It's just the color mapping, making sure that the color would be in the right place, sort of, just to get the right colors. So working with big wash. The cardinal would be much red onto this area, and it's gonna get much warmer on that area. So this is what I'm thinking, like maybe I want to use a little bit of the ochre. I'm just gonna go back here, get in my brown as well. Just a little bit to mix it. Maybe I can go crazy with like... Okay, Dory is up already, and we hear that. And I'm removing a little bit because we are getting a lot of light here. Remember, light source coming from here. And thank you for the likes, guys. Thank you for tapping. Okay, and I'm sorry if I'm missing comments. There is a lot of details to pay attention right now. Okay, so here the color is cooler, but we're still getting a lot of light. So I just want to have a little bit of undertone, but it still needs to be red. See, no, I want different red. Maybe try this one. because I just want to have the undertone. Thank you for the follow. And the brush stroke going with the shape. Wow, Dory, you are full of complaints today. Do you hear my dog? I want to remove a little bit of this. Getting some of my darker. Need the shape back. I kind of ruined it. It was like I didn't, frequently, I didn't dry it properly. So I'm losing the tip that I brag about. Look how wonderful the tip is at the beginning. And this is after me working too hard on this. Okay, because I still just want to have my colors where it's supposed to be. And I think this time I'm gonna use, oof, look how quickly it's got wet. Get me one. Okay. And I'm using dark blue. I don't even use black for that. Just let it spread a little bit. I think I want to let it bleed into the red. Wow, Dory. Gushu, what happened? You hear the background, the dog? How? Yes, Yoda is curious. So I'm from California. I'm here. This is why I'm on. Say, I keep saying I'm on California time. You're here. You're from Texas. So people, I'm assuming all of you are on Central Time. I'm assuming. You want me to post this video on YouTube, like you want a full one? I'll post it. Yeah, I can, like, guys, if you're requesting, I can download everything. I don't do it unless you're asking because it's take a long time to download. But I can download the live and post it. And yeah, it's gonna be on different platform because this platform is not really pro long video. So you're more than welcome to check out by Eldor. I used to do those live at Instagram, but nobody watched them. So I don't do this live in Instagram anymore. Because Instagram and Facebook, I also used to do it on Facebook, both platform automatically upload the video after so people can watch. TikTok is take hours and hours to download, especially since usually my live are 2 hours or more. Okay, this needs to go transparent. Oh, and gonna have disappearing edge here as well. So I'm gonna erase some of the lines. The moment that you add water on top of graphite, you can't erase it. You can keep blending it with water, but the eraser wouldn't work. Okay, want lighter. Hey, Pepper Jackie, thank you so much. Night Sweet, thank you for the follow. Thank you, Yoda. Crazy birds. I'm happy you got here. Yes, so I found out that if I just paint and explain I'm trying to explain everything in my painting process, it's very helpful for other people because sometimes, if I prepare to do tutorial and just do this, do this, do this, many time I miss think that I don't think that it need to be explained. And when I just paint, I explain much more. So I'm happy you guys find it useful. So guys, follow me if you haven't done so, because otherwise TikTok is not really a fan of me. So they don't show my live a lot in for your feed or stuff like that. Okay, I keep going again and again. I just want to have the right amount of color sinking into the paper without getting too saturated, because this area is really need to be almost transparent. You need to know the watercolors. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I keep explaining about my voice. It's not my normal voice. When I paint, I get into like very quiet place in my head, and it's make everything slow and quiet and calm. And this is why my voice or my tone become like this. Okay, right now I'm using a brush that I don't want to recommend because it's too expensive and I don't like to recommend it, but it's Preston petal brush. Most of the time I'm using the Midan set of, what do you call it, mop brush, not round brush, that I find it very useful. Those actually are on sale and I can recommend it because I don't like to recommend stuff that are expensive. Okay, so just for reference, right now a full set of this, I'm trying to remember how many brush you have. I think you have like 8 or 10 brushes in the set, costs $20. This is $35. So just for you to understand the difference. Dory, yes, they know that you are here. Okay, so this is Dory time. Not yet, but she thinks it's her time. Yeah. Okay, you see the tail? Yeah. Okay, they saw the tail. Now can they see the face? Dory, the face is the other side. No, this is not the face. This is your back. Chushu. This is the face. And this is the dog that thinks that she already need to get fed. You see that we can see the floor at my studio? It means that it's clean and nice. Usually there is tons of stuff. Yeah, the bigger orange, definitely. It's not only orange, it's orange and a little bit translucent. Like it's almost look like translucent. So actually maybe not even orange, maybe more into the pale, well, it is orange, but it's like pale beige almost, especially the top. Peach is the word. Peach. Yes. I got it. And it's significantly lighter. I'm trying to understand why nature decided to do the cardinal at that color, because I mean, if you live in a snowy area, you know what I'm talking about. You can spot it from miles. Like you can see cardinals, it's just like shining in the snow. And I'm just like, what was nature but thinking about? The predator can see him as well. So what is the reason? Anyone here know? Like as far as like survival, evolution, what made cardinal? They were common also where I was living. but they are so easy to spot. Okay, the pig needs to go a little bit further over here. Maybe it's time for a little bit of let's go with this. Okay, just placing color. Actually, over here we would hardly see anything. Getting the shape more, because this can go like this. Maybe I can use a little bit of brown for this. Maybe a little bit of. I think I would add blue later on. And stop the bleeding. Yes, I'm doing urgent care for the art. A little bit of purple. Yeah, I no, not brown. What did I use? Yellow ochre for the eyes. So yeah, I want to talk about a technique that a lot of people are using, and I'm not. And I'm just keep saying to you, art is more about what feel natural to you, and not about technique. Edison, thank you. Wow. Oh my God, I want to have a cardinal husband. Wish I dropped my brushes. Dory, yes, they heard you. So nature sacrificed their husband from the get-go? Yeah, because females, because they're brown, especially in the bushes, you don't see them that much. Yo, I can't. She complained no stop. Yeah, it is fascinating. Okay, now I worked with dry brush, but I want it softer. All I do is adding water to the edges and blending it. And remembering that over here, I think maybe I would add later on even white here, because really it's need to get like a very, very strong highlight. But it's very narrow. I want to have a little bit more orangey, so I'm adding right now yellow ochre. Instead of doing orange, I just want to have it more red, but more into the orange side. Okay, but still keep getting those separation between the head. A little bit more ochre. Let's see, this is what I'm using. You know what? Maybe you want to see a little bit more, like this. 32 people in the live. Please follow me. I do art tutorial, mainly watercolors. I do other stuff, but we do all kind of styles. Sometimes it's more complex, and that was done per your request. So feel free to request stuff. And sometimes it's more simple. So we switch from like doing like a super simple card like this to maybe a little bit. Thank you, Paula. And the color can be changed even with watercolor. Watercolor have bad reputation. Oh my God, I said, oh yeah, there is 30 people on the live and 15 left. So we did cards like that. Isn't it fun? Yes, it is. So we can do anything. If you're an artist, you are not limited to one style. Don't ever ever limitate yourself to one style or one subject. You know what? Not even one subject matter. And I'm like, basically, I'm a fan art artist. Like, this is how I consider myself. I'm an illustrator and fan art artist. And I haven't done so in a while. Like, I like to do Stitch crossover or Eeyore crossover or Minion crossover, which we did a lot. And this is the first Christmas that I didn't do like tons of Stitch Crush. Still working only with local colors, only with the red, maybe a little bit of the yellow. Lisa, thank you for the follow. Um, just to kind of establish, still feeling like it's a color blocking crap. I don't have a lot of time today. Let's get a little bit of the yellow ochre, okay? So when you think about what color you need, half of the time don't think about, don't put the exact colors. Okay, so I think I need orange, but I'm working with red. I'm adding yellow just to get the right orange. Another thing that I tell you that I do or don't do that you should is mixing your color. I don't mix my color. You would see many tutorials that would show you how to, at the beginning, they make a palette. Okay, we're going to use today yellow ochre, phthalo blue, Payne's gray, yada, yada, yada. And then you work from that. I, most of the time, prefer to tell you I'm using blue, red blue, like dark blue, light blue, etc. So you would get your own color. I don't want to do really step by step. The idea is to get you to do you. Bottom line, do you. So find your own blue, find your own red. Forbes. Sorry, I don't know how to read in Russian. I can say как дела? Хорошо. I think it was Russian. Used to have a lot of students from Ukraine and Russia. Back in the 2000, I think. I need a little bit more of this. Okay, getting it bright. Okay, so I think when you're doing cardinal, it's all about the colors, all about the colors. We are just putting colors in, only placing the colors in. Okay, but when we get into this area, colors becoming a little bit more dull because they get in more light, and the light is over exposing it almost. I think I'm going to use a little bit of the blue. Just a little bit of the blue because I'm starting to work outside of my what's considered local color. Okay, we're starting to add a little bit more just to get the shadows right. Thank you for the follow, Randall, and good morning. Okay, spreading the dark that I placed over here. The tail have like 2 layers. So we have part of the shorter feathers and part that is longer. This has shadows. I think it's also needed to be a little bit more saturated. And yeah, I went back to my number 5 brush. You can see that I managed to get the tip back, which was a little bit difficult. Now I want to emphasize the dark over here, but I want to make sure that it's not a color block, so I'm kind of more tapping than creating brush stroke. Especially here, tap, 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 tap. So I tap, you tap. Just you tap like this, I tap like this. Tap, 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 tap. There is two reasons. First of all, because I want to get more of the fuzzy texture. The other reason is because when you have already like layers underneath, if you're just gonna create a strong stroke, you're gonna pick up the color. And I did show you in the past how you pick up colors, because this is a great technique when you want it, but you want it to be in control. I'm gonna make another layer after that. Okay, so grabbing a little bit more of the dark colors. And I'm gonna go darker where it should be. You know what? I think I'm gonna edit this and I'm gonna remove contrast. Because I'm trying to figure out if the light is coming from here, the black is not gonna be black all over, okay? There is area that's gonna be darker. So I'm gonna go, the lower part for sure is gonna be darker. And after this, I would clean the brush and then I would pick up. And you see that the moment that I have really dark areas here, in comparison, everything else look lighter. So it gives me an option to bump up the saturation after that. And now it's good time to do this. Okay, creating some of the fuzz, adding a little bit more water. Clean brush, just creating fuzz, clean brush. Okay, now let's get some very opaque dark blue, maybe gray. Right now it's graphite. I mean, this is a little bit of paint, but this is graphite. Okay, getting right. This is so small. Every time I go to the eyes, it doesn't matter. I do portrait, I do this. I just like, oh my god, I should go bigger, because I really want to like focus on this a little bit more. Okay, now this mask around his face, it needs to be kind of undefined, so I'm creating a little bit more of those lines, so it wouldn't look like solid surface. It's not a solid surface. We have a lot of fuzz here. Yeah, it's blue mixed with a little bit of, this is, what do you call it? Not phthalo blue, indigo. This is indigo blue. But again, as I said, find your own dark. Find your dark blue. I think that the only thing that I want to recommend, if you like, for your dark, get your dark blue that fits you. But I do recommend to at least try to work with Payne's Gray for your dark. So Payne's Gray is wonderful. The one that I'm using is from the Tube of Medan, but I don't remember which set I got it. It was like a big set that I have some tube color that I just put here, and I'm using it the same as I use the pen. And I'm kind of sure that I'm going to work on this tomorrow as well, because there is no way I'm going to finish, especially not the background. Now over here it's going to be like white, so we're going to see it more after I have the background. Okay, so after we already did all this tap, 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 I'm just creating small line. It's almost invisible, but altogether it shows texture. I personally never use black. Never say never, but I never use black. I find it overwhelming for the pictures. The moment that you add black, everything else look off balance. And the way that it penetrates the surface of the paper, I don't like the way that it's spread, and it's always like this with black. It doesn't matter which company you're using. And again, personal preference. So feel free to use your own black. And I would keep saying, oh God, no. Bye, 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 Paula. Thank you for being here. Yeah, there, I would post it. Just as it takes so long for the live to download. Okay, I'm gonna look for some dark areas on the wing and gonna emphasize this. And I'm working right now with very dark colors, but dry, so it really gives you a good lines. And I am mixing it with the colors of the graphite over here, so it's nicely mixed. So graphite can definitely be an advantage. Okay, adding a little bit more water so it would spread better, getting a little bit more pigment. I have 10 more minutes. It means that I definitely not gonna finish the background. And actually we're not gonna finish him as well, but hey, this is why you want to tune in tomorrow, right? Okay, I'm gonna start creating some of the legs. And I hope it's gonna make sense, because in my reference, it has his feet kind of shifted in a weird position. And sometimes even if it's in your reference, doesn't make sense. So many times, that's why I'm saying reference is only a reference. You go and take it to somewhere else. And again, per Paula request, you can enjoy it as well. I'm going to post after the live, I'm going to post the complete live on YouTube. Okay, I'm gonna shift this a little bit because I have a feeling that it wouldn't make sense if I would do it as the reference. So let's shift. And the texture of the leg and the feet of birds always have these like wrinkles. So you want to have at least few of this. What I'm doing right now is actually sketching with my watercolor pen, brush. Since it's watercolor, it would spread nicely later on when I'm gonna add the browns. Yeah, over here you can hardly see what's going on in my reference. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit of my okay, what else? What color do I want? I think I want more like a flesh tone for this as a base. I'm gonna get this one. So I'm just pulling the color that I need from this one. Oh, let's do unpin so you would know what I'm talking about. Here I am explaining and it's not even here. There you go. And I'm gonna ask for you to get the discount code again. So this would be the base. And now I'm gonna go to my earth tone. Get a little bit of those for the dark. And since it's wet, you can see that it's spreading a little bit, creating this watercolor effect. So I'm using it to create the transition between the dark and light. And I think that everyone that in the room right now is already following me, but if you haven't yet, this is your opportunity. And I like to keep saying, forget about following me, check out my page. Let's start with this. Because if you check out my page and you don't like what you see over there, and you would follow me, you would get all of my notification. And I don't post it much, but maybe it's not something you want to see. But if you like it, it's gonna be fun. Oh my god, every time I talk to you, like I'm losing one viewer. So I'm not gonna tell you anymore. It's gonna be our secret. So I'm starting to do maybe a little bit more. Let's mix it with blue. So I keep, thank you, Natabag, thank you. I keep a little, like a small watercolor paper sometimes to test the color. I don't use it much, but it's good to be here. Let's get a little bit more of the red. Okay, I just want to have a darker red. Just here and there. You don't want to do it all over. Talking about not overdoing it, this is a great way to figure out I'm not overdoing it. Just trying to find a few areas that maybe we would see a little bit more. And that would help you to kind of establish the shape and the direction that it goes. And different texture told you, different location, different fur, different actually feathers. Yeah, but here we need a little bit more of the red. In some area, it's like really just need to disappear. Does it even have? Yeah, it has. Let's get a little bit of water, but not too much. It needs to be very dry in order to create a very strong lines. Otherwise, it wouldn't be that much of a line. So drying it. Make it very subtle. It surprised me that I didn't paint any cardinals until now. Not for now, for the tutorial, like ever, when this was one of my favorite things to see when I lived in Champaign, Illinois. Like, you know what? In Chicago, I didn't see cardinals as much, but in Champaign, we live really outside. So thanks for everyone to joining, and Merry Christmas. Can I already say Happy Holidays anyway? The background noise is my dog. My dog thinks that I shouldn't do lives, that I should just go feed her, walk her, be her bitch, and don't have anything else to do. This is what my dog thinks. Flo, thank you so much. And Melissa. Right now, relatively, she's kind of quiet, but like the longer she waits, she's getting more and more impatient. The dog that I had before her was my soul dog. He didn't require that much, like he didn't work me that much. As she is. By the way, I'm lying. He was a shepherd, and he kept shepherding me. Like he moved me from room to room according to the time of day. Like, okay, for example, if he got used to the fact that in the morning I wake up and I work from home, so I wake up and go to the office. If I didn't, oh my God, he bothered me so much that I had to wake up because I was always sure that I need to go out. But no, he just led me to my office. Then I worked for long hours, so he let me work. Like, and it wasn't like for him. It was like, okay, now you need to be in this room. At night, I needed to be at my bedroom at 8. If for some reason I wanted to stay in the living room and watch something with my husband, he got so anxious. Like he walked around, did the circles. If you have a shepherd dog, you know what I'm talking about. You say time to work, Mom? Yes, on Sunday. Wildflower, thank you for the heart me. Yeah, the problem is that, yeah, he did it many times during the weekend when I wanted to sleep in. Like, yeah, I get it. Great alarm clock, right? Yeah, he wasn't good with figuring out what day it is. Okay, so right now I'm working with the side. You don't need the tip because just if you go most brushes, dry brush on the side will give you this texture. Because what it does, it's actually emphasizing the texture of the paper. And I'm using cold press. I love it. Cold press is getting much more texture. I don't like using hot press. It's very smooth. It's great for me. I use it only when I need to scan later on the art without showing this. But I love watercolor for being watercolor. Your dogs know your schedule? Oh, really? They don't like you when you say, are they shepherd? The problem with my Mick that he consistently insisted of shifting me from room to room. Now it's time for this, now it's time for that. Dory couldn't care less about my schedule. She cares about hers. You can't lie and say you're working. No, not a shepherd. I have an uncle that have a shepherd dog that circle guests, you know, like the shepherd dog is doing, lead them to the living room, and my uncle had to lock him in order for the guests be able to get out of the house because he refused to let them go. They're already there, like he got the sheep in the right place, the human sheep, and he was happy about it. He didn't let them go. Okay, now you hear my Dory complain the background. Yeah, they want to see you. Yeah, show them what you told me. Show them what you told me. Did you hear that? You have 5? Yeah, tell them what you told me. What are you doing in my trash can? Leave the trash can alone. Thank you very much. I'm just saying that it's not even close to 8, so she has time. Hey, Bunny, thank you for the follow. You have 5 dogs. I have only 1. Dory doesn't let me have more. No, I did too many lines. Now I need to soften it. Shut up! Yeah, they hear you. Thank you very much. It's not even 8. Yeah, they hear you. Okay. You heard her, right? Can you hear the old... Yeah, say it again. Can you hear all the... Oh, thank you very much. Finally, she left. Oh my God, she's so annoying. Oh, they heard you. Thank you very much. It's not her time. Right now, it's... Thank you, Minnie. 7:30, good morning. Her feeding time is at 8. I would say that she needs to shut up. She's becoming more and more annoying with the insist. No, she's becoming more and more spoiled. I think this is the problem. And the problem when they're becoming more and more spoiled, it's on you. It's like I can't say that this is how she was. It's like something that she developed, which means I'm the one to blame. Rather good. She's hungry all the time. Like she need to be on a diet because she got overweight. Okay, so she's a rescue. We found her and her mom on the street, and it took us a long time to figure out how to get them in, how to get them to trust us. It took me a month of throwing food closer and closer to my home until I finally managed to capture them. We got her and her mom. We tried to find them a home and they decided to keep them. They were like foster fail. And unfortunately, Ella passed a few years after from stomach cancer. And what made her stay with us just a little bit more was because she was a little bit overweight. So even when she stopped eating, she had enough fat in her to kind of keep her going even when she's not eating. So after she passed, I start feeding Dory like crazy, and I didn't even notice that I doing it. And I called the vet because Dory couldn't finish the food that I gave her. And the vet looked at her and she was like, oh my God, what did you do? Like she gained, I don't know how many pounds, but she become like a very round dog. She's a shepherd, a German shepherd. She's not supposed to be very round. Talking about overcompensating. So now we need to keep her on a diet because it's very easy to get her fat again. She's not really happy about it. And I was like, okay, shut up. I want you to stay here. So that's why I'm saying she is always hungry. And she's still food. Like she's too good. She's too smart. Like, oh, 39 people. Hi, didn't even notice you. So I'm talking about dog and painting birds. Is it considered oxymoron? It's like two terms that, yeah. So only now I really start to paint. I feel that until now it was more color placing. And I would do a lot of softening edges. And we still didn't start even to work on the background. But no worries. So what I'm doing right now is kind of lifting colors from area that getting a lot of light and maybe adding colors in an area that's gonna get a little bit more dark. And it's after 7:30 and I need to leave, and I had to leave and just 35 people on the live. Guys, I'm gonna finish it tomorrow, so I'm gonna give it another 5 minutes. I really want to make sure that I'm getting the right saturation. Just grabbing some more pigment. And I'm working with the wet brush, comparing to the dry brush that we worked before. So right now, just wet brush. I feel like I want to have softer edges over here, because it needs to be fluffy. And still lighter is coming from that direction. So I keep this area lighter. This area I need to get darker. Let's give it a little bit more saturation. White Raven, thank you so much for the follow. You know what? I think I'm gonna add a little bit more of the dark. Oh, still red. I don't want red. I want more of the yellow. It's a little bit bright. Do I need purple to tone it down, or should I just do it with my... Okay, let's check the purple. Do I have... I don't have the color wheel next to me. So when you want to tone down, where's my purples? When you want to tone down colors, go to the opposite side of the color wheel. More purple. And mix it. See, we're getting a little bit of brownish, darkish brownish. Oh, I need a little bit more of the ochre. Let's say that we have just a little bit of perspective. Now I want to get rid of the lines, okay? It needs to be just one soft. And I'm adding a little bit more water to everything because I want to get a little bit of my purple. And you see how purple look almost black here? Okay, complementary colors. The hocus pocus of color theory. So on the one hand, you want to avoid blending complementary, okay, because it's create a very muddy let's want something with a little bit more of purple. No, not enough. This is enough, okay. There we go. A little bit more purple. That was too dark. Get in my yellow ochre again. And I'm just mixing it directly on the paper. I keep telling you guys I don't like to mix outside of the paper. I don't like to pre-mix or preparing palette, etc. Which one did I like? This one? Yes. Okay, so this is it for today because I have to leave and you heard what Dory has to say about it. Tomorrow, 6 a.m. California time, I'm going to be here. If you haven't followed me yet, please do so. Hope you got something out of it and you're going to get much more tomorrow, so don't forget to join. See you, bye.